Joining me now to discuss retired Senior Chief Petty Officer, the man who killed Osama bin Laden, Robert O'Neill, and U.S. retired Air Force General, Brigadier General, and Newsmax contributor Blaine Holt. All right, General, to you first on this one. I'm not sure why Biden is not getting that peace through strength actually works.
He does not get that. He understands the nuance of different types of money flows and the fragile ability to keep Iran on the hook and maybe somehow pay them enough money to have a nuclear deal in which they may already have nuclear weapons. And what they refuse to do is to acknowledge that we have an ally, and the ally's name is Israel. And to go to Israel in Air Force One, not a C-17, imperil the office of the President of the United States, and then embarrass our ally at a time of great warfare after horrific war crimes were committed, only emboldens your enemy that you gave $70 billion to, whether it's illicit oil sales, unlocking bank accounts, hostage deal for $6 billion. And now you depart Israel with the notion that, hey, $100 million going to Hamas, if maybe they'll feed the Palestinians, would be a good idea. No. So American weakness projected is why you get missiles out of Yemen fired at the USS Bataan. And so let's be very clear what the flagship target was in that flotilla.
Yeah. Rob, my issue here is you and I, look, we've looked these guys in the eye. We've definitely taken some lives. And they don't understand that if they think or they know that we will beat them toe-to-toe and that we're willing to do it, that they will not bother us in the first place, right?
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more, Carl. And anytime we as Navy SEALs or Marines or soldiers or the Air Force have met this enemy toe-to-toe, we beat the crap out of them. It's not even a contest. I think that their memory is a little bit short because they sort of remember the United States when we get politicians and lawyers involved and we decide we're going to, for some reason, try to build nations and build schools and bring in Jeffersonian democracy. But when we put our foots on their necks, we win really quick. And everything from them dying to just simply crapping their pants, I've seen both. That's what we're capable of doing. And, you know, part of me just out of boredom is ready to do it again.
Yeah, well, and that's the other thing, too, is like they have to believe we're going to do it. You and I would happily go over there. General, you'd give us a ride. I'd jump out of your plane any day. But
you guys only like half the ride.
Yeah, exactly. We don't like the landing part. We get out on our own. But, General, to that point, it's like, you know, President Biden, he's just tone deaf to this. And in responding to that hospital blast or the parking lot outside the hospital blast in Gaza that left hundreds dead, or allegedly hundreds dead, he might not have picked the right word. Listen to this.
Look, and I'm not suggesting that Hamas deliberately did it either. That's that old thing, got to learn how to shoot straight. You know, and it's not the first time Hamas has launched something that didn't function very well.
General, got to learn how to shoot straight? Come on.
It's disgusting. It's insulting to an ally. It's an affront to the victims that day on Saturday. That's what real warfare looks like. And you know, Iran is going to make good at some point. They're going to enact what they've always wanted to do, which is, in their own words, death to the United States, death to Israel. And so what we have to do now is ensure that we don't wash, rinse, repeat Afghanistan and Ukraine, meaning there's no strategy here. What I want our commanders to have in that area is a clear set of rules of engagement. I want blessings from the Congress, and I want military commanders, not academics in D.C., to prosecute combat where combat is necessary. Jake Sullivan doesn't know anything about combat. No. He knows zero about employment, and he knows zero about bodies on the ground. So if you're going to have a military solution, hand it over to those who understand how to conduct this, and then do this appropriately and legally.
Right. Rob, you got 2 minutes with Joe Biden to tell him exactly what he needs to do, how he needs to do it, and where he needs to go from here. What do you say to him?
Well, if I'm talking with President Biden for 2 minutes, I hope I get to go first because it's going to take him that long to get a sentence out of his mouth. What I'm going to tell him is this enemy doesn't understand diplomacy. They understand violence. We also understand violence. We know how to deliver it. So let's do it. We can knock off all of the politically correct, woke, cancel culture bullcrap and put some men and women on the ground that know how to fight, and then use the business ends of our weapons and deliver. We know, I mean, we can bring them to democracy just in a different way, and we can do it by beating them very, very hard and then either killing them or making them leave. And that's all we got to do. Let the military do their job. Give them a couple of bombs, a couple of bullets, tell them a stern no, then let the diplomats handle it after that. That's not the military's job, like General Holt just said. Go in there, crush them, then we can leave, and then if we have to come back, we can.
Yeah, but General, I mean,
forget the airlift.
Yeah, well, exactly. But General, last to you, and I got about 30 seconds left. I mean, at some point, you just have to leave these people naked to their enemies for the next 500 years. Otherwise, they're going to keep coming up like whack-a-mole.
It's exactly what Prime Minister Netanyahu said. He said, we will finish it this time. So Hamas can say, hey, let's make a deal. And it's like, nope, you killed babies, no deal. We're actually just going to erase you. And that's what needs to be said. That's a warrior's ethos. And what we need to see on the Hezbollah line is, I see you're throwing rockets at us, so we're going to vaporize you. And that's how we stem off World War III, by the way. So overwhelming strength right now could actually stop us from a global war that nobody wants.
General Holt, Rob O'Neill. By the way, catch Rob O'Neill's podcast, The Operative's fantastic. We appreciate you both being here.
Take care.